What's up, FUT adventurers? Welcome to episode 2 of the Quest. I'm Wizards of Fire, and today you can see that we're not quite in the game. By now, everyone should have the game. And first things first, you really want to go into the catalog. Go ahead, you want to then select the Ultimate Team tab, go through, redeem all the lone players. You want to redeem all the coin boosts, the transfer targets, and the transfer list upgrades, and also you want to go ahead and redeem the kits as well. Now this year they've reduced the number of kits you can get. It's just one option, and it's also an option to be packed from having the game. So it's just a few extra coins that you can just go ahead and quick sell those kits. But these lone players are integral to any Ultimate Team, to any first owner team. They're just so useful to just structure a team at the start of a game. So they say you need like a winger or a left back or something, and you don't have one from your first owner of Road to Glory, or you're not quite sure who you want to try out, or you need an impact player for FUT Champs. You can go ahead and you can just select these, bring these guys in, sort of get some much needed chemistry, or you can just put them on the bench as an impact player. So for example, Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar, you also get that as a pre-order bonus. So instead of having these guys for 3 and 4 games respectively, we're now going to have Ronaldo for 10 games, and I think Neymar is about the same amount. But regardless, having those impact players is great. If I need a team that needs that boost, we can go ahead, we can bring them on, or we can start them in a must-win game. So they're really useful to have, and I highly recommend redeeming all of them, because you never know when you're going to need them, whether it's where you can throw them in a fitness team just to go and play an offline game to get fitness back on your first team. So there's a lot of options what you want to do. Now once into the game, you want to go ahead, just check out the objectives, the daily, the weekly, and your starter objectives. The daily and weekly we're not going to really focus too much on. You're just going to do those as you play the game. And the starter objectives, they're pretty straightforward. I'm not going to dedicate any real video time to doing them. You'll see later that I'll show you that I have done them. Now the new player debut, yes, this is a first owner Road to Glory, so I had to go out and buy a player just for that objective. So I went out, I bought a bronze player, I brought him on in the 90th minute just to get that objective done, and that guy has never seen the light of day since. I think I actually might have subbed him into an SBC, so he's gone, and that's all it really is. There's just a simple introduction to Ultimate Team. You just want to go ahead, pick them off as you go, and it's very easy to sort of get a few coins here, there, a few consumables, and the reward is just a regular 7.5k pack. So you're not going to expect much, to be honest, but it's just a nice little sign to sort of build your club up at the very beginning, where exactly you don't have anything else in the club. And we're going through, we're opening up, you can see there that we've got Neymar's duplicate, so we're going to combine those contracts. So it's 11 games for Neymar, and it's going to be 10 games for Ronaldo. And like I said, those are going to be really useful for when the time comes. I need that impact player that's going to sort of make a difference in a close game. So we'll save those for when they're needed, and hopefully we get luck later on in the game. We are fortunate enough to pack 1 or 2 of them, so we can actually have them in the club for the rest of the year. And that's really the dream. Can you imagine packing one of those guys on a first owner Road to Glory? That's the dream, alongside a prime icon. Now these weekly packs, right now, every now and then that you get a good pack from these, but it's rare. More often than not, I don't tend to get anything, but it's just going to be like some useful players that you can throw in the club that you can submit into SBCs. Now a couple of these guys like Juno Hoylett and Johansson, they are actually going to make it into our team. Like our first team is a BPL team with a random Bundesliga player as left back, but that's literally because they are struggling. The pack luck to start out with really wasn't very kind to me. Like I had some okay centre backs and goalkeepers. I got a decent striker, but in terms of wingers and fullbacks and midfielders, yeah, I got nothing. And even these packs just weren't helping. I mean, you can see there, Plattenhardt, he's going to wind up in our team just because he was probably the one left back I actually packed. And that's how tough this first owner thing is. You're at the mercy of the pack gods. And if the pack gods is being unkind to you, well, what are you going to do? So it's tough right now. And until you get those upgrades, it's going to make for a real frustrating struggle. And I'm going to talk about that just after this player pick. I love these player picks. It's a great addition to the game. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really get much luck in terms of, I think people with the 83s. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to take Nathaniel Klein. Easily the best pick out of that. None of the others were really in. Sturridge, yeah. But in terms of position, Nathaniel Klein was key to our first team this year. And until we get, he's probably going to be key until we can actually get a suitable upgrade in Carl Walker or Antonio Valencia or someone along those lines. Or maybe it's going to take a while for him to be replaced. So hopefully he can pick up some starts for Liverpool in the Champions League and have a big game. Because I believe these cards are supposedly meant to be acting like once to watch. So hopefully they'll get a nice dynamic boost. But yeah, as we're going to go, I'm just going to show you the initial starter team. So you can see I'm already using one of those lone players. No winger there in that option, so we're going to take Riyad Mahrez. I actually really liked his card when I went and used him. Much more than Mo Salah this year. I also tried out Leroy Sané. Didn't like that card either. As much as his pace was nice, he just, I don't know, he didn't feel right for me. And that's the thing, with these cards, it's great. You get to try them out and you get to see whether or not they're going to fit your style of play. Yeah, and then we got a few packs that we're going to nip through. There's nothing really in these. They're just going to be filler for SBCs. But for the most part, the start of this game has been a struggle. It really has been. I mean, I've been getting wins, but getting those wins has been an absolute struggle. I'm running into players that are just teams that sit back 2 blocks of 4. And you play with 8, 9 players behind the ball. It's very hard to sort of break that down, sort of adjust, and then create chances. But then when you make that one mistake, guaranteed your AI or your opponent is just literally going to capitalize and go down the other end, and they're going to be scoring. I mean, especially those teams that also have got the real high press. It's so tough to play, and it's very frustrating. It's one of the biggest things they have right now in the game is that it's frustrating at times. Like the 50-50 bounces, it feels more 75-25. Like I've lost out to a lot of like really weird bounces that I'm just sort of staring at and going, huh? I mean, like I made tackles and what you know, like the ball's just literally bounced back to my opponent and he's been able to run in on net and it's a goal. Or because of the way the ball sort of like it's like a magnet, like it just rebounds to like that nearest player. I mean, like some of the like blocks, the tackles, it's crazy. The way then how the ball reacts and just seems to magically wind up to your opponent. Now, these packs, like nothing really special in them. Like the lone packs that we're getting out of the other packs, they're nice at the end, but like William Carvalho really is like he might fit in for a La Liga team if we get that way, but hopefully by the time that we sort of do get to that level, he will be there will be a better option. He might get used, but this card Nabikita looks really good. I think he's going to be a really good box-to-box midfielder this year. Don't let that pace deceive you. I think that his card looks great. And when I opened this back up, I really thought we were going to be getting Luka Modric. But it's going to be Ivan Rakitic. And at the end of the day, it was a bit disappointing, but like, it's not a bad card. We might give him a shot in like a La Liga team eventually. Like we've got a lot of La Liga players, I think, from the loan squad. So if we need to just go and smash a few offline games just to get some fitness back on our main team, then we'll use those guys up. Like that's what they're there for, just to help you build up, fill in when you need them, and that's what it really is. Like, and it's just how you maximize those players to your advantage. Like I said, that you want to have them for impact games, and I apologize for these packs. Like, 'cause they're terrible. My pack luck's woeful. I mean, like, yeah, they're everyday, just general freebie gift reward packs. And you never know. Every now and then, like, you might get something really good out of them. But for now, we're getting absolutely nothing. And it's gonna make our first owner road to glory a lot harder. But it is what it is. This is the additional challenge of doing a first owner road to glory. Like, with me, like, I could have gone out and bought a whole lot of different players, and my team would look completely different, which would be great because I have a team that I want to use. But with this first owner stipulation, it means that I'm trying out players that I wouldn't initially consider, but because of this, that I got to field a first owner team, I'm now using these players. And this Martinez card actually looks really good. The only downside is fitting him in from an MLS perspective, like, it's really tough. So maybe he'll be just an impact sub as well, or like, I don't know, or just SBC fodder. And if we go into the next pack, like you see, like French flag, Bayern Munich, we get Tolisso. It's our best pull so far, and I'm pretty excited as this one's actually untradeable. It's the reward for completing the starter objectives. The only downside is I can't fit Tolisso in my team. Like, he's got such a well-rounded card that trying to utilize him just doesn't work. I just don't have the players necessary to get the chemistry to sort of fit him in. So unless I can get, like, I go on a whole French team, or I eventually get enough players to field a strong Bundesliga team, he's just basically going to be a substitute and come on for when my other midfielders are out of fitness in a say an extra time game or something. But yeah, that's what it is. That's the frustrating part. Is like you get a really good card you pull, but if you don't have like players to fit him in, like it's tough to then sort of like use that. So he does get some use in what I'm doing, but right now it's just simply a substitute. I would love to have him as a starter, but it just doesn't work. And you see there, I just showed you all the objectives. They really straightforward. Um, and I mean, like, there's gonna be no trouble. It's just a matter of time to just sort of like sit there, go through sort of like challenge the team of the week. Now, team of the week, you could always like when you get onto like some of the hybrid SBCs, go ahead, do those. Maybe play the first game with like a that team. Just put your main team on the bench and just play it through so that you can get the fitness back on them, and then the rest of the time you can go ahead and do the loyalty glitch, which I can confirm still does work this year, which is good to know. And right now you can see like what we've done with the team so far. Played a lot of games already this week. I mean, I've been grinding squad battles. Like, biggest addition I noticed is like that seems to be a lot lower. I guess a lot of people playing FUT Rivals instead. And as you just saw on screen, like Christian Eriksen, I used him a couple of times. Fantastic card. I really hope I can pack him. Like his long shots are amazing. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Eriksen in real life, and this is coming from an Arsenal fan. Like, he's probably my favorite Spurs player. I mean, I really hoped that when he was still at Ajax, that Arsenal were going to hopefully be able to pry him away, well, with their connections they have. But it wasn't to be. But he's a fantastic player, and one that I would love to have in my club for this year. Now you can see like we're looking at squad battles. We're currently in Gold 2 as of recording this. Since then I've played a lot more games. I found I've been getting a lot better at the game. It's still a challenge. I haven't quite got up to sort of beating Legendary regularly, but for the most part I can beat World Class sort of like 80% of the time. Like every now and then like I can get games where I just can't do anything still, which is frustrating. And ideally, I want to be looking at Elite 2 or Elite 3, but I'm hoping Elite 1 because of the levels being a lot lower. So we'll see what happens. Now we're claiming our FUT Rivals. Despite going on a ridiculous losing streak, I mean, I lost like 12 games in a row, and I was just having no luck whatsoever. We managed to finish in Division 5. We got rank 3 rewards, which was really nice. Unfortunately, we did then drop down to Division 6, which hopefully is actually better for us. We'll be able to get some more competitive games instead of like the one-sided games that I was running into. It wasn't that I was playing badly, it was just like game mechanics weren't going my way. So that's what it is. I'm just browsing through. Like, I want to hit rank 2 this week, but that's going to bring this video to an end. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, let me know. But aside from that, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and aside from that, I'm the Wizard of Fire, and I shall see you on next time.